On today's show, we are talking about the best covers, best panels, and best comics of the month of July. Okay, it is that time of the month again. Actually, it's a little later than usual, just because of the way it was weird, because we shot sort of before the month ended slightly, so it sort of overlaps.
Well, the 31st was Wednesday of the week that we're currently
filming. Then we wouldn't have had Wednesday's books, and it's very uninteresting. It doesn't matter. What matters is we're here now. We're talking about the best comics of last month. We are going to start, as always, with best cover.
Yes, we are.
You want to give us best cover?
Sure, why not? I don't think I could have picked any other cover.
I was going to go for that one as well. I think
we've come off of this massive story, almost 3 years. This is the first cover since then, and it's a good bit of fun.
Oh yeah,
Daredevil. I beat Daredevil cover. I mean, that's just wonderful, isn't it?
I don't know what that means, but I love it. I just love the way it looks.
Yeah, it's a really nice story, actually, really quite touching. And I think you will enjoy it when you get around to it.
Am I going to get there in the next issue? No.
Nope. No. Yeah, it really nice use of colours, and I love the way that Sam Neill uses these really contrasting bright colours, whether it's the red and the yellow or the red and the blue, but you know they're kind of solid colours as well. Which I absolutely love. So yeah, definitely my cover of the month. What's yours?
My cover of the month comes from... It's a very similar cover, actually, and especially in terms of the colour palette. Yeah. It's FF number 9. God, this cover is so much fun.
Yeah.
And do you know what? All of these FF covers have been fantastic. But there's so much going on here, especially if you've read the book with one in the bikini with the...
Oh, yeah. Oh! I'm pretty far behind on my... I've got from issue 8, 9, and 10 now sitting there waiting for me. I just haven't had a chance to read them, and it upsets me.
Just the contrast and the diagonal and the sort of lilo and then the sort of pink running through the cover. It's just so wonderful. Yeah. It's so happy. Like I said when we first reviewed FF number 1, just that artwork, his artwork just makes me so happy. It just makes, it's just so much fun. Yeah. It's exactly the reason why I love comic books. So yeah, that's my cover of the month.
Wonderful. So
moving
now
on to best panel.
We do move on to best panel. Now, before break into our best panels, because you're probably going to have a problem with my best panel. I am behind on a lot of books this month. I've mostly been playing catch up with my kind of trade books, like all the X-Men ones and things like that. So my singles have kind of gone to the side a bit. But having said that, I thought that this month was a real win for the kind of comedy book. We had Superior Spider-Man Team Up, Deadpool, and the one that for me had the funniest panel in it being the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, which was the little 2-panel. Yeah. Is this a sex thing? Why would it be a sex thing? That just made me laugh so much. It's ridiculous. And every time I look at that panel or I read that, it just makes me giggle. So that for me was definitely my panel of the month, just for pure content and how, you can have the same panel. Mm-hmm. And just how the silence is brilliant in each one, how effectively it's used. So yeah, that's my.
I don't know why you'd think I'd have a problem with that.
I don't know.
I thought you were gonna pick a panel from a trade you'd read this week, which I would.
We don't talk about trades.
Definitely had a problem with.
That's for what we've been reading.
Yeah, no, this is a great panel. It's just such a great. It's clever. It's intelligent. It's great. My panel of the month. Look, if you have been watching this show for any length of time, you know that Young Avengers. It could be so many, and 2 of them came out this month. It just could be so many panels from each one. It just feels so effortless for them. Just in this book, in Young Avengers number 7, there is it's actually a page, but I'm putting it down as a panel.
All right, I'll give you it.
You know what it is? Do you know what it is?
I think so. I think you may have shown me before.
The whole this book from the beginning has been very social media heavy.
Yeah.
And what they needed to do was advance the plot a couple of months, and they do it using Instagram photos.
Yeah, I do remember you telling me about this.
Like, it's so... Speaking about comedy books, like, it's so cool, and all the different places, and they have a little, like, bitch in the comments, like, below each one, and all their usernames and stuff, like Loki of Asgard. Like, it's just so good and witty, and, like, the filters that they've done on the little Instagram things. This one here, they're in the Docking Bay of the Enterprise. And just, but it's just so weird and just so cool, and it does such a good job, because up until then we've had like our epic 6-issue, well actually 5-issue, and then a 1-shot, but we've had the main plot heavy, and it's all been, you know, set in sort of real time, you know, so we've just had that story. So now, instead of doing all the team building stuff, like, he wants to establish them as a team. So to do that in one page in such a creative, cool,
good job,
and fun way, like, but it.
I love that all the pictures are posted by Loki of Asgard.
Yeah, just honest. It's just so good, so good, and honestly, all throughout this book are different little things like that.
Yeah.
It's just so exciting turning a page in this book, because you just don't know what's going to be there. So awesome.
That's fair. Oh, you seem to have 2 books in there. You trying to confuse me?
No, I think this is
Oh.
This is FF still. I just put FF to the bottom.
Oh, right, fair enough. Okay, so it's
book of the month time. Different. You can tell by the ads.
Well, that's
that's your last one. Yeah.
I don't have my books with me this week. I've done a Dan. Done a Dan. So for me, I love it when in a month we get something new, we get something creative, we get something different. And for me, this month it was a book we reviewed on Monday, Collider #1.
Really?
I really loved this book. Like, I really loved this book, from the art style to the writing, everything about it. I really enjoyed. I love that cover. That use of pink is fantastic. I mean, I think I pretty much I kind of rushed through my review last time and just said, like, it was great, go buy it. But, like, seriously, it's great. The whole premise, all the artwork, all the writing, you know, you get some really nice pages in there that just look absolutely stunning. The whole, I absolutely loved this book and adored it. So Collider #1 is my book of the month.
Okay, now here's the thing with mine. Because what I actually think was book of the month...
That's not Young Avengers again.
Yeah, what I actually think was book of the month and what I'm giving book of the month are 2 different things.
Okay.
Young Avengers was book of the month.
Of course it was.
By far. Like, it's amazing, incredible, awesome, never anything like it. But I'm giving Batman Incorporated book of the month for several reasons. 1, it was outstanding. And 2, because it was outstanding, especially when considered in the context of the story that it's attached to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this has been such a big part of not just like my comic reading, but like not just like my Batman reading, but my comic reading. Yeah. Like, I've read so many issues that are referenced in this, and for me, this was such an elegant sort of tack to put in this story, and I really couldn't have asked for more. Yeah. I said all that on
Monday's episode
Monday.
As well.
On Monday's episode. Oh yeah, both Monday books.
Yeah, well,
Monday
31st of July was a good day.
It was a good day, and yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, you sort of know where I stand, and because the reason I say Young Avengers book of the month is just because the sheer power of creativity and how much it makes me laugh. But really, when I think about them both as stories, as complete stories, which I think I'm allowed to, since it does say the epic conclusion on the front.
Sure.
Then there's really, I've never read anything like this in comics, this epic, this massive, and really this well and creatively told. So my book of the month, for the final time, is Batman Incorporated 13. And that's also, I think that's been my book of the month twice. I think number 8 was book of the month as well. So,
fantastic! Every time we mention him, brilliant. So that was our panels, covers, and books of the month. We'd love to know what yours are, so please do let us know in the comments down below, because it's a great way for us to find new books as well.
It is indeed. You can also let us know on Twitter. It is at Comic Book Show 1. But until then, that is all from us this week, and we'll see you next week.
Book of the month.